Alright, what's up everyone? What's up? If you're new to the channel, I go by Zombie. I'm very passionate about spirituality and self-improvement as well. And one of my main goals with this channel is just to be able to show people how the two really correspond, right? And really correlate, really go hand in hand. So if you're into any of that, hit that subscribe button for me. And without further ado, let's hop right in. Okay, so today we on sexual transmutation, gang. That's what we on today. So I know you heard of Nofap. I know you heard of all of this. Now, this is just a disclaimer for any of the ladies out there watching this. I'm a man, you feel me? I know that women can, do this. Like, I know women can do sexual transmutation. They can. I guess you probably wouldn't. I don't know if you call it Nofap. But I know women are capable, right? And the process is more or less the same. But again, I'm a man, so I'm speaking more so to the guys with this video. But if you're a woman, you can watch this too, most definitely, and gain, information, right? That's always good at the end of the day to know. So what is sexual transmutation? Sexual transmutation is the process of channeling your sexual energy into a higher goal. Sexual transmutation is about converting the physical nature of sexual energy, right? Basically, like your natural levels of creativity, right? When you're horny, that lust, that shit you feel, that's creative energy, right? When you make a child, you're creating something. When you make changes in your life, right? For the better, for the worse, you're creating something, a positive, negative situation. So this energy can basically be used to help fuel those manifestations, right? And to help bring these things into existence faster. And so it's not about abstinence, right? It's not about, for the guys out there, it's not about, damn, I need to stop beating my fucking meat. Like, you do need to stop beating your fucking meat, bro. You do need to stop beating your fucking meat. But that's not necessarily what it's about, And it's not about, I need to stop, having sex, period. That's not what it's about. Because honestly, when you get into tantra and other spiritual practices like that are specifically focused towards sex and enhancing the experience and not, ejaculating so fast. When you get into those type of things, right? And then you can see that sex is still, can be a very pleasurable, a very enjoyable experience without you, reaching that point, right? And, even more fulfilling at that point as well, because now, sex kind of charges you in a sense when you think about it, right? Kind of gives you energy until, you release all that shit. Now, women, they more or less remain charged afterwards, but men definitely will fall asleep. Like, men will be on 0% after that, and that is because that life force, that energy, right, is leaving you. When you ejaculate, you lose testosterone, and that's replaced by estrogen, so you literally become more feminine when you do this. So it makes it harder for you to go after what you're going. Makes it harder for you to literally be a man, right? To do the things that you need to get done, right? To be a fucking man and not even be successful, but to just maintain, right? Because even if you're not successful as a man, you still need discipline, right, fellas? We still need discipline in order to just get up and do anything, because sometimes you might not feel like doing that shit, and that's okay. But in order to keep that consistency up, bro, in order to bring things into fruition, man or woman, you need discipline. And as a man, bro, if you're just giving all of this away, like, it might sound crazy, right, if this is a new idea to you, but I'm telling you, bro, like, just give it a few days, bro, you will feel so much more energized, But that's all it is, bro. It's about incorporating discipline into that shit and understanding that you can use that energy to really get physically stronger, to create art, to do anything. Like, that shit will help with anything, bro. And when you really just give that a chance, bro, and don't just say fuck it and beat your shit off your fucking body, bro. Like, I don't know what niggas be having going on, bro. Like, that shit kind of sick, because you're really just having sex with yourself, bro. Especially when you watch porn. Like, porn addiction is almost a whole nother topic. Like, it's literally a whole nother topic. But especially like with porn, like, this, it's really voyeurism, right? You're really just watching random people you don't know have sex. So for one, that's already kind of fucking with your head a little bit, right? Because eventually, you're gonna be into that shit in real life, like, so that's already fucking with your mental a little bit. Then for two, you're watching it on the phone, right? You're watching pixels on a screen. It's not even like the people are in front of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're letting this pixelated image turn you on, and it's literally controlling your mind. Now you are physically expressing this shit. Now you are sitting here having sex with yourself, bro, off of some shit that you seen on your phone, bro. That's not even natural. Like, this shit is really like, you know, that shit like the death of niggas, like of men, like, excuse me, like it can be like for real if you're not aware. So yeah, it's just about understanding the purpose of the energy, right? Because that's what it's really here for naturally. You don't have to be ashamed of it, but it's about understanding the purpose when it comes to creating a more fulfilling life, right? So moving on over to the process. How does it work? Sexual transmutation, excuse me. Sexual transmutation occurs when one is able to resist the urge to orgasm. The process begins once the oils that are released by the pineal gland and the pituitary gland in your brain, like I know y'all, like, pause, I know y'all niggas out here be seeing this Nofap shit and think it's just a joke. Like, nah, bro, like, what y'all gotta understand about spirituality, like, nigga, this is actual science, dumbass nigga. Like, this is actually how your body functions, bro, with the natural world around you. And these are the things that'll make a difference in your life. Like, these are the things that will really help you, you know, achieve a happier life, right? So back to the facts here. When this happens, the fluid, right, travels down your spine into your solar plexus, into your solar plexus region, thus forming a seed, right? Your solar plexus is kind of like at the base of your spine, like think your stomach area, right? Think your stomach area. So it forms a seed, right? So every month when the moon is in the same sign as your sun sign, right? Okay, so the moon travels through the signs, right? This is why astrology is so important. The moon travels through the signs, right? It spends like 2.5 days in each sign a month, right? And that's literally what makes it a month, like, because in that certain time period, the moon has traveled through the zodiac, then, you know, it starts back over. So, you know, it's just measuring that into a certain amount of days and calling it a month. And so, yeah, every month when the moon is in the same sign as your sun sign, the colostrum, which is another gland in your brain, releases cerebral spinal fluid, which then moves down the spine into the solar plexus region, right? And it moves down back to where the original two oils had already went, right? Now, this is what happens over those 2 days. But again, the whole process prior to that happens over the course of the whole month. So when we get to these 2 days, this is where the colostrum releases this is when the colostrum releases the cerebral spinal fluid, which is also where you get the Santa Claus story for, right? Because another term for it is the Saint Claus, I think, but don't, you know, quote me on that, look it up. But this is where you get the Santa Claus story from, because how he brings, you know, your gifts down the chimney, the colostrum releases this fluid and it goes down your spine, right? So boom, it moves down into the solar plexus region. Okay, and from this point, the fluid carries the seed back up the spinal cord. As it moves back, it opens the heart chakra and the throat chakra, right? As it moves up your spine and your nervous system, right? And passes all these nerves that has everything interconnected and form these energy centers at certain points that, you know, control certain functions of the body. As it passes these points, it opens up your heart chakra, right? The energy center in that, you know, your heart chakra. Then it moves to the next one, your throat chakra, and it opens that up, which can, you know, which already alone will help you be more creative and express who you are, right, easier and more confidently. Okay. And then it keeps moving towards the pineal gland. Once it reaches the 33rd vertebrae of your spine, which is basically like the last one before you start moving up into the brainstem and all that. This is where you get 33-degree masonry from, the 33 years of Jesus before he was crucified, even though crucifixion really doesn't even have anything to do with dying, like the actual definition, the etymology of the word. So y'all, I'm gonna do a separate video on words, but words are so important because when you talk, right, you have to know what you're talking about. Like, you need to know what words really mean. Like, you need to be able to really see and visualize and understand this shit to get what, you know, people are really saying, because a lot of stuff is in your face that you really don't understand. And so, you know, that's where you get 33rd degree masonry from, all this other shit. There's a lot of number correlations in life when you pay attention to this shit. So once it reaches that point, the vagus nerve system is also what it's referred to. a portion of that energy is dispersed and it helps to revitalize your body, right? Basically, once it hits this point, because the vagus nerve is connected to everything in your nervous system, right? Basically, every function of your body, right? And what do nerves do, right? The nerves just send signals back to the brain. That's how your body communicates. Oh, I fucked my hand up. Send a pain signal to the brain. Brain gets the signal. Oh, the hand needs these minerals, these nutrients. The hand needs this in order to repair itself, right? So send this to the hand. Boom. That's basically all it is, right? So at that point, it's saying that some of the oil is then dispersed, right? Because it's a very healing, it's a very, healing energy, bro. Like, you really, when I say this shit is so key, like, this information itself is so key. Like, this is probably the most valuable, aside from all the other stuff I'll be talking about on my channel. This is probably one of the most valuable videos you can watch as a man and really comprehend. Because I'm not just saying don't beat your meat, I'm really breaking it down for you, bro. So pay attention. So yeah, this energy helps to revitalize your body. Then when the oil continues, it goes up at up your brainstem at that point to and reaches what is called your optic thalamus, right? That's behind your eye. Controls more functions, brain, similar to your pituitary and your pineal gland. And then from that point, you have your pineal gland. It's all in the same area. So boom, it reaches the optic thalamus where it lies dormant for 2.5 days. This is where you have in the Bible, Jesus Christ, died for 2 days and he resurrected on the last one. Because when this oil reaches that point, it kind of lies dormant. Now, mind you, it's gaining frequency. It's becoming faster, warmer, right? All these terms describe the same thing. It's more or less speed. So the frequency is increasing as it's rising up. So it lies dormant here for 2.5 days, right? Where it seems to not be doing anything. These 2.5 days are the days when the moon is in your sun sign. So this is why it's important. Like, let's say you're a Taurus and the moon's in Taurus for these 2 days. Those 2 days, bro, you need to not be beating your meat, not drinking no alcohol, not any of that. Now, honestly, if you fuck up before these 2 days but can withstand the 2 days, you'll still see a benefit when it comes your focus, your concentration, your drive, and your will to get things done, and just having a more positive mindset, outlook on life. You'll see a slight difference maybe for a little while, right, after a few days. But the more you can store this energy up, when you finally reach this 2.5 day mark and this energy converts, right, and it transmutes, because after these 2.5 days, the oil reaches basically its highest vibratory rate, and then that opens up your third eye, and it also opens up, basically stimulates your optic thalamus as well, which is again behind your eyes. And that's how you process everything. Every sensation except for smell is processed through the optic thalamus. And so once this becomes illuminated, right, 33-degree masonry illumination, once this becomes illuminated, now your intuition is stronger, your psychic ability is stronger. You might be able to see different beings on different levels of reality, the same way cats can, because as you may or may not know, cats are very spiritual. Cats, a lot of dogs too, but especially cats and young children too can see certain things. Cats will look around, they'll be staring at shit, be like, what the fuck is my cat looking at? They can see entities on different levels of reality, right? This is just the physical plane. With these physical eyes, you feel me? I can only see like this mouse or some shit. But if there was something else in this area of my room that I couldn't see on a different level, vibrating at a different frequency, whether that be lower or faster, if it's not dense enough to have a physical form, I'm not going to be able to perceive that, at least with these physical eyes. So then what happens is, again, your third eye is opened, right? Your psychic abilities are stronger. You might be able to see things, you might be able to do whatever, but you will definitely be, if you don't, because I know everyone, might not be ready for those type of things, but even if you don't, your intuition will definitely be stronger, right? The quality of the ideas that you have, let me repeat that, the quality of the ideas that you have and the plans that you are able to come up with in order to carry out these ideas and achieve these goals will improve to a level you cannot imagine, my nigga. If you can just withstand this shit, and you ain't no weak ass nigga, bro. If you watching this, bro, and you fuck with me, bro, and you fuck with my channel, bro, and you fuck with the type of time I be on, you can't be no weak minded ass nigga. You feel me? So you can do this shit, bro. You can do, like when I say you can do this shit, my nigga, you can do this shit, bro. And when you do this shit, you will become not only a better man, bro, not only a more intellectual, right, more logical thinker, you will become more intuitive. Your moral compass will become stronger, right? And so this can obviously result in living a longer and healthier life. But you know, every area of your health, right, physically, emotionally, mentally, it just like it's all around, you know, beneficial. There's nothing that exists out in nature, honestly, except maybe like poison ivy, or there's certain shit you can't fuck with. But most things in nature is gonna heal you, right? Versus some shit that you're gonna go to the doctor for that's just gonna prolong your agony and eventually have you in a worse situation. You feel me? Like, bro, I'm never gonna come on this channel and promote some book. Number one, I'm never gonna promote shit that I haven't took the time to actually look into and really experience, because like reading books and things like that and watching videos is one thing, but you have to experience this stuff. So I'm never gonna sit on here and tell y'all some shit that I really just have no fucking clue about, because I wouldn't feel, you feel me, I wouldn't feel right doing that, and I wouldn't want to follow someone who, you know, turns out to really just be a fraud and on some bullshit. So yeah, man, take what you can from this. I know it might seem kind of crazy, and if you're already aware of, because a lot of people are starting to wake up to these things, but if this is new for you, I know it might be a lot, but trust me when I say, bro, there's a lot of science behind this, bro. And trust me when I say I'm gonna be uncovering a lot of shit on my channel, because I feel like personally people should know these things, right? If the people at the top, the people that are so successful, the people that have the power and run, you know, most of, like, let's just say the world as a whole, to be really general and really abstract, right? Let's just say the elites, if they know this stuff, because trust me, they do. JP Morgan, one of the, like, if you don't know who JP Morgan is, bro, billionaire. JP Morgan said millionaires don't use astrology, but billionaires do, and numerology as well, and all this synchronous, all these like synchronicities and all these, you know, different esoteric concepts. The people that are really on top, the people that really have the control, right? Freemasons, the Illuminati, this is the shit they understand. It's not, no, they want you to think, you know, witchcraft is like, you know, praising the devil and all this other shit, when, you know, it is in a sense, but you got to understand that the devil is more or less just your lower self, right? Again, there are entities that exist in lower vibrations, but when we're just talking about this for physical reality, nigga, you are your devil, nigga. Like, this shit is you versus you. The devil is your fucking ego. The devil is that identity of yourself that you can't let go of because you want people to see you a certain way, you know. Even if that may be true to who you are, it may not be, but at that point it's less ego and more self, right? So that's the fucking devil in this shit, bro. But yeah, man, look into sexual transmutation, look into Nofap, bro. There's a lot of truth behind this shit. I honestly like talking about this shit. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about, because there's a lot of, you know, debunking a lot of shit when it comes to sexual transmutation, astrology too, but with sexual transmutation, like, again, you get the Bible, you know, you start to break that down to see that for what it is in a clearer light. You know, again, like I said, the Santa Claus story, like, it's a whole lot. I'm quite sure there's more. It's just the shit that comes to mind. There's so much more, bro, and it makes so much sense when you compare it to the actual science, right? But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all here forever. That was sexual transmutation. Also, I just want to say really fast, I don't know if I said it or not, but another benefit of it is it regenerates, you know, cells in your body, right? So this is why in the Bible, when you see people live for hundreds of years, like, they literally did, like, excuse me, they literally did at some point, right? Especially when you think back to ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet, you know, where these melanated beings were living for hundreds, you know, you probably, like, crazy shit, right? Shit you couldn't imagine, hundreds of years. But they did this through sexual transmutation, and sexual transmutation was literally like one of the most kept secrets, because they understood, like, how not only, you know, you could extend your life with it through the process of it regenerating, you know, your cells, but you know, it can expand your consciousness on a more spiritual level. Now you can astral project easier. Now you can, you know, connect with your ancestors, your guys, whoever you connect with. Now you can do all of that easier, right? All because you were able to stop watching some man-made shit that just makes you fucking fall asleep and not want to do shit fucking anyway in the first place. And even if, you know, the seeing shit and all that side, even if that's not appealing to you, right, on that level of spirituality, again, I know you want more money, nigga. I know you would like to be able to have better ideas and more drive towards achieving those, and that's spiritual in a sense, but we're gonna simplify it for the people that, you know, get nervous when they hear the term spirituality. Because life is spiritual, you feel me? Like, life is, I don't want to say, you know, we're sexual beings, but life is definitely spiritual, right? In every aspect. So yeah, man, this can result in living longer, a healthier, happier life, all that, you know. Look into it. If you think it's bullshit, don't take my word for it. You know, you can do your own research. But again, I'm Zombie. I'm out. Don't forget to like, comment, hit that subscribe if you found this informative. If not, maybe just entertaining in the slightest bit. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip, man.